Hello everybody, it's a new year here for me, end of April, and I'm ready to start rock hounding. The snow's finally receded from here in beautiful Wilberforce. Today we'll be checking out Schickler's fluorite mine, and we'll see how we end up after that. Might end up over at Desmont or even Titanite Hill. I'm trying to avoid Titanite Hill because I kind of overdo it there, but it's awesome. So let's get our stuff together here. We got our permission forms up there from the municipality, and I think we're pretty much ready to go. I just gotta get all packed up. It's a little bit of a hike. So this is the parking lot here, and right back over there, that's where the pathway is. So I'll get back to you shortly. So we have arrived here at Schickler's Fluorite Occurrence. This is like the first place I really came to start rock hounding last year. I didn't take a video because I didn't really know what I was getting into. I have a little bit of a better idea now. I'm not really an expert by any means. I'm still a rookie. It looks like there's a hell of a lot of work been done here in the last year. I don't know if I can post a couple of pictures on the YouTube thing here at the same time, but like I say, it looks a lot different. But I'm kind of chomping at the bit to get at this thing here, so I'll get back to you once I see some good stuff. So I'm taking a look around here. I haven't quite started yet, just trying to see if anything's been washed clean, and you never know when you get easy pickings, but you gotta take a look at this wall here. Look at the crystallization here. It's just wild. I think it's like mostly calcite, some apatite. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, and it's huge. That's my leg for reference. Hey guys, so I've been at it for about, I think about an hour or so. Kind of lose track of time while I'm here. Thanks to Test 9991, he was talking about how it seems like some of the maple trees would follow a fissure. And in one of his videos, I think it was this hole that he had mentioned. I've been working away at it for a little bit. I got quite a bit dug out actually. I wasn't sure if it was just backfilled in and and there wasn't much left or what. So I thought I'd give it a shot anyway, and there's been a couple times I almost gave up, but you can see the mineralization here on the walls and that. And it's a little bit of everywhere and everything. So I've been finding some apatite in here, a little bit of fluorite, lots of sphalerite, and so on. I'm just hoping to find something a little bigger. Every time I'm about to give up, I find something kind of neat in there. I got a little pile of rocks going. Here's a piece of apatite there. But I think I'll give these guys a clean and maybe update you a little later. I can get back at it. Thanks a lot again, Tess. Still plugging away at this big hole. Getting pretty deep down in there. Let's see here. See if we can see in here. It's hard to tell how deep it is. When I'm pulling out some pretty big chunks of fluorite, it's hard to tell. That's like deep purple. Yeah, like a little sliver of it here. You break it open, you can probably see the purple there. And I find that the more you leave this out in the sunshine, it seems to bleach itself out, which is kind of interesting. I know it also fluoresces as well. So, also it's pretty soft. I was able to polish up a piece pretty easily. I think if you wanted to, you could shape it as well. So I'm just gonna keep getting deep into this fissure. I keep finding some apatite, nothing too special. Lots of fluorite. If I chip away at the wall here, let's see if we can. You can even see there's a banded fluorite in the calcite there. So I'm gonna keep at it. So I've been still picking away. I just had a little break, had a sandwich. It's getting pretty tight in there, even for a skinny guy like me. There's not much space, but I think I've gotten into where people haven't been to before. I'm finding some interesting pieces of fluorite. This one here, you can actually see how the calcite is dissolved from within it, sorta. I stopped shaking. Same thing with a couple of these other guys too. It's hard to tell that it's even fluorite right now because it's so dirty, and I don't know, and I don't even know if it's possible, but it almost looks like a cube of fluorite there. But we'll see. I'm going to keep plugging at it. I might even take a little break from this fissure, just dig a little bit further that way and see if there might be something a little deeper. So I thought it was a good time to take a break. Got a lot going on in this hole now. It's pretty deep and I'm finding some pretty cool stuff here. It took me a little while to get deep enough, but look at the size of this big red apatite. That's pretty cool. I got some other ones like this, has some fluorite on it as well. That's pretty neat. Now, I'm not sure, but I think that these hexagons are fluorite. I accidentally broke one. Let's see here. It's hard to tell, and I don't want to break it again. I don't know if that was the one either. But there you can see all the red apatite I have there. And this is all fluorite mixed in with other stuff too. So I think the apatite they find here is actually called fluorapatite. It's got fluoride in it, of course, and it fluoresces under UV light as well. So, alright, just gonna take another bite to eat, and it sure is warming up out here today. I got pretty deep into this hole. I got as deep as I could dig. My arms were all scratched up and beat up and everything else. Let me see if I can get some light in here. Yeah, I think I've done all I can. Took a lot of apatite out of there. There's a nice view of the wall. Maybe I can come down a little closer here. But yeah, I managed to find some nice big size apatite and some nice shaped fluorite and nice big chunky pieces of fluorite. Thanks again to Tess for Tess9991 from YouTube for pointing this hole out here. He said he was going to come out today, but I think he just said he wasn't feeling too well and wouldn't make it. But and thanks to Caver461 for telling me to dig really deep, because that is exactly where all the nice apatite was. So I think we're done here for now. If I find anything else before I leave, I'll call back in here. So that's it for today. A quick look at Schickler's mine here. I got a lot of apatite and a lot of fluorite. I won't know what it really looks like until I get home and wash it up. So, what a beautiful day. Wish you all could be here. So here's an example. Here's an example of the banded fluorite in the calcite. You can see someone's been chipping away at it, getting some samples for themselves. Look over here. There's lots of mineralization again. This has been picked pretty clean. There's still a little bit of snow out today too. I think that'll be the last you see of that though. The path to Schickler's is marked by orange tape, but there's a lot of trees, a lot of stuff falling in the way. You could barely see this path this time of year. So hopefully some new orange tape gets out here. That stuff's pretty faded. Where is it here? It's right there. On the way to Schickler's, there's a nice stream here. Good place to wash some rocks if you want to take a step back. I'm just leaving Schickler's. Here's a tip to all your rock hounders out there. If you're carrying like 40 or 50 pounds of rock and you're not near your car, it is a hell of a walk. So, just a tip. But I made it. Alright, so we're back in Carnarvon. I got all the rocks laid out here. Got some interesting looking stuff. So, let's see what happens. That guy. A big chunk of fluorite on the side. And there's apatite attached to fluorite there. These are chunks of fluorite that already had the calcite dissolved out of them. Again, another apatite with fluorite. size apatites. A lot of these other things, I guess we're going to have to wait until I get them out of the muddy water. Back home. I picked up lots of fluorite though, that's mostly what's down there. Alright, I'll catch you. Alright, we're back in Brampton now, where the land is 450 million years old on the surface. I've been finding stuff like these guys. A little bit of fossils around here. I'll probably make a video about that some other time soon, but this is sort of the finale of my Schickler's fluorite occurrence video. I found some pretty cool stuff. I got things like this, like apatite on fluorite. Here, I'll get a close look at this guy. Try to clean out these up with a toothbrush a bit. They turned out kind of nice, but you can see there's kind of reddish and greenish on the purple fluorite. So that's pretty cool. And then I got some other big guys like this. There's a big apatite. It's like an apatite growing on an apatite here. You can see all the parts to it. And then there's fluorite on the apatite as well. Very red fluorite from that area, I think, because it has more iron in it, if I'm not mistaken. Try to clean up a few of these anyway, but we got a lot of cool stuff. A lot of apatite on fluorite. You can see here, there's just all kinds of chunks of it. I got a really big guy right here. This guy's pretty cool. A lot of the time I find that there's fluorite actually as a core, which is kind of neat. It's pretty big. Most of the fluorite you'll find when you go to Schickler's will be banded fluorite, and it'll be suspended in the calcite like this. It's very brittle, it falls apart pretty easily. I do have chunks of it. I just kind of washed a couple here. You can see the purple in them. This actually has some scapulite in it as well. Very brittle. Like I say, it's falling. Every time I touch these pieces, it falls apart. Not all of them are that brittle though. Here's a piece I actually polished on some sandpaper. This piece was really dark before, just like the other pieces I have here. I had it in the window for a bit, and I noticed that it started to kind of lose some of its color. So I decided to polish it up in some sandpaper. I used multiple different grits, and it looks a lot like amethyst actually. So that's pretty cool. So like a chunk like that I would have shaped like that would have been like this, and I didn't really, you know, make it any in particular shape. I just kind of followed its own curves to get what I got there. So what else do we have here? So we have some scapulite, which is kind of a more whitish color. So we have different bunches of them here. You know, all kinds here. Let's see. So I have some bigger ones here. This is some amphiboles, which are the darker minerals here. There's some scapulite as well, and you can also see some fluorite on the. Sorry, my taping got a little messed up there. So we have this guy here. He's got some amphiboles, which are these large, dark, kind of greenish crystals here that are really, really rough looking. On that we have some fluorite. You can sort of see that there. So it's kind of a cool bunch. It's fairly large. Same with this guy here. He's got he's really kind of big. It feels really heavy. You can see all the white calcite there, the dark amphiboles as well. Some of them are kind of shiny. I'm not exactly sure what they are. Yeah, that's a pretty cool rock as well. There's probably some fluorite on there somewhere. Also, we got this big guy here. This is a nice chunky piece of banded fluorite. You can see all the calcite in there. I think, you know, it'd be kind of cool to dissolve that calcite, but in this case, I don't know, I like the way the calcite looks, so I think I'll leave it like this. Over here we got more apatite. A lot of little chunks here. You can see the red and the green in them. I think I was kind of lucky here, and you'll see it in some of these larger pieces where it's kind of white on the apatite. Here, you can see that one's fairly white as well. This guy too, he's got a little buddy on him. Kind of small though. And this guy, he's extra white. So as I understand it, this is actually hydroxylapatite. I believe it's the same stuff your teeth are made out of. This one, I think, so it's kind of like nature's tooth in a way. So I think that's pretty neat. That's like one of my kind of rare things to find at Schickler's. I don't know if I've seen any other posts about hydroxylapatite from anywhere. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of the rocks I found here. I don't really think I have too much more to show you. It's all, oh, except for maybe these guys here. These are the ones I never cleaned it yet. It's kind of tricky to clean these without them falling apart. But again, you can see where the calcite's dissolved here out of the fluorite. A lot of these have broken apart, you can see, since I tried to bring them home, but they're very brittle. So I was lucky to make it in pieces like this. So until next time, I'm not too sure where I'll go next, but maybe somewhere new. But I'm sure you'll be there with me. So take care.